All right, everybody, how you doing? As y'all see in front of me, this is the MSI B75 MAP45. This motherboard here I use for my i7 3770. Now, what I noticed was that I was having CPU issues. The CPU is fine. Something was wrong with the BIOS where I had to constantly keep setting it. I noticed poor performance in my programs. I noticed poor performance all over. So when I went to Task Manager, I had went and noticed that instead of reading 4 cores, 8 threads, because we all know the i7 3770 is 4 cores and 8 threads. So I went to Task Manager, is reading 2 cores and 4 threads. I say, no, this is not right. So I went and checked all my cores was accessed in MS config, which stands for Microsoft configuration. I went head on, all my cores was accessed. So I had reset everything. When I reset everything, I got the blue screen of death saying that it is giving me hardware issues. That means main board issues. So what happened with this board here is, even though I brought it up eBay used, and that's another thing, when you go to like buying used hardware for your needs, you got to pay attention to guidelines of what the sellers are selling. 95% of eBay sellers are gamers selling abused hardware done by them. This seller I brought it from, even though it was clean, it looked good, it worked for a while. But after a little after this shit, because I had to reset everything over again. So when I went to try to go ahead and play some games on my system, I noticed sluggish performance in my programs. My games was sputtering. When I recorded OBS just to do small stuff for my gaming channel as well as my sports channel, because I use my gaming PC for those two items when everything's not clicking in the computer world. So this motherboard gave me issues due to faulty chipset as well as faulty BIOS. I think the BIOS chip is in here somewhere. I think this up in here. So what a lot of videos I saw on YouTube was dealing with how to set the BIOS, how to trick it just to sell it. And I guess I caught one of the sellers again, because this is not the fourth time. This is about the fourth time. This motherboard, my Gigabyte LGA socket 1155. Because this is what this is. This is the 1155 motherboard to hold the second gen and third gen CPUs. So I say, you know what? I'm going to go 4 cores, 4 threads with it, and I'm going to have me some great performance playing my retro game, because I do not need a high-end system to play retro games. Now, since that we are in modern times now, our local i5 came your mid-level basic gaming chip. 6 cores, 12 threads is your mid-level basic gaming chip now. So I say, you know what, since I only play like Atari games and etc., I could have went head on and used a Ryzen 3 4100, the Ryzen 3 55,000 series, etc. I could use any Ryzen 3 or any of the new Intel i3 chips just to give me what I want in my gaming. So the seller tricked the BIOS just to get it to boot in the screen. Now, just like I said, I purchased this motherboard in, let me see, I think it was 2022 or 2023. I'm going to go back on eBay and look up all the motherboards that I brought off eBay dealing with the i7 LGA 1155 sockets. I brought 3 motherboards, and I brought a FM2 motherboard, MSI as well too. Clean, not too dirty, etc. Now with the FM2 motherboard, same thing. It's used off eBay. Seller did the same thing. Is he tricked the BIOS? Once I installed the operating system, because I often use that board instead, go 4 cores, 4 threads with the 87K. I think it was 3.8 gigahertz processor, which I could boost it to 4.1, but I'm not doing none of that. But it gave me poor stability again. When I went here and booted up, it freezes. Then I had to hit F1 to take me to the BIOS. Then I got to reset everything all over again. So when you buy off eBay, if you're taking a chance, take a chance. You are taking a really risk in buying hardware. Just like I said, I got bruised 4 times buying the ASUS motherboard, the Gigabyte motherboard, the MSI motherboard, this one here, as well as the FM2 motherboard. I bought 4 bad motherboards off eBay. And what I'm going to stop doing as of right now is I'm done with eBay. What I'm going to do is I will be getting all my parts overseas from AliExpress. The people over there is well spot on with testing their hardware. And if I'm going to go ahead on the mess with, like, say for instance, if I want to do a Ryzen build of the AM4 platform, I'm going to be using Sawyer Group, Maxim, Elsa, etc. Those motherboards. If I could find the ASRock motherboard, I would do that. If I could find the MSI motherboard, I could do that. Now, the only motherboard that is working as we speak of today is my LGA 775. Yes, LGA socket 775, which is on the Q950 processor. Now, I can use that for gaming, but it only goes up to Windows 7 and Windows 8, and Steam has stopped working for those, or they just don't do updates for those anymore. So, enough talking about this board. The board I'm getting and the board I'm going back to is this. I'm going back to my ASUS A320 MK, which is the Prime A320 MK. Let me get that motherboard for you, and let me show you what's going on with it. Alrighty, I'm back. So now, this is the motherboard. Yes, this is the motherboard. As you see, only thing I'm missing is my M.2, which that's coming in today by Timetec, and my DDR4 32 megahertz speed 2 dual kits, which is 16 gigabytes, which is by Silicon Power. That's coming in today. Now, as you already know, this is already on the Ryzen 5 3600, which is already seated underneath the Xiaomi Optima 8X CPU cooler. Great CPU cooler, by the way, by Xiaomi. But when I do my parts, I do my own research and I do my own thing. So I choose what I like to use for my system instead of being recommended of copies of what they want you to use. Trust me, for 24 years, I has been doing, always look for other brands that no one's not using that's going to represent my needs. Now, let's go over the specs of this motherboard here. I have a PCI E 3.0, 2 PCI X2 slots. I have a 4-pin, not 8-pin. That means it's not overclocking. Here, as you see right here, are my VRMs and capacitors. As you see, they're very low. Let me go ahead on and bring it up closer. Y'all can see they are very low. It's not that much of it. Now, y'all keep in mind, I'm not in overclocking. I don't believe in that overclocking motherboard nonsense. I don't believe in buying expensive motherboards to compare or beat his or her extreme priceless gaming PC build. I don't believe in that nonsense. I never did. I never will. So, great motherboard by ASUS. It could be a little pain in the butt from time to time. I'm going over the I/O brackets. You got your two, which I love. I love when I see a back plate like this. You know, I like to see your mouse and your keyboard connect your VGA sub. You have if you're going with the APU with the graphic controller inside the CPU, you can go ahead and use the onboard graphics. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 3.0s, 1, 2, 2.0s, your 10, 100, 1000 Ethernet jack, and your audio jack. So, all I'm waiting on today is the 256 M.2, and I'm waiting on the memory. And my gaming PC will be up and running up the Ryzen 5 3600. Now, when I'm done, I'm going to take pictures of it as y'all going to see. I'm going to give y'all the full montage with everything I'm using. I'll be putting that in the description below. If you want to buy it, I'll try to put a better board in there for you. If you like my affiliated links, please click on and support my channel. Just like I said, if you're around a micro center and you're trying to build you a mid-level gaming PC that plays a couple of your games that you like, you can do that. So, by me mentioning that you can do that, one thing I have been doing lately for the past 4 years is game hoarding. So, as of today, that stops. I'm just going to go ahead and download the games I like to play, which is basically arcade game. I got my arcade classic. I got my Siberia. A little bit of stuff off Steam. Basically, my Warframe. I got to get back into that. Because Warframe is on and popping. I got to get back into my Warframe. Now, y'all probably want to know what GPU I'm using. If y'all been watching my channel and you've been watching the build where I did into the Dark Rock Classical Storage, I am using the ASUS 580, RX 580, 8GB, 2048 SP, GDDR5. So I cannot throw modern games at it because y'all know the memory and that graphic card GDDR5 came out in 2007. We are in 2024 where we're finna get ready to move on to GDDR7 memory. And the new, hopefully, graphic cards that's coming out next year that should be on PCIe Gen 5 instead of PCIe Gen 4, like some of these cards they came out are on. So yes, if y'all own the new, if y'all rocking the B550 motherboards and you love using Gen 4, then keep on using it, keep on rocking it. I'm not gonna tell you how to rebuild your system or tell you what works. Only you should know what works for you, just like I know what works for me. And that's all I have to say. You know, just like I said, I'll be doing the photo montage of everything when I'm done. Take pictures of it, cable management, etc. All that good stuff that y'all like to see. My style. So y'all stand by for that. I can't wait till I get my RAM and my M.2 in, so I can go ahead and get this baby up and running by the end of the day. All right, everybody. Everything is in. I got a message saying that this was delivered at my doorstep, but it wasn't. It was downstairs in the lobby, so I went to retrieve my package, and there it was. Yes, y'all see her. Timetec, 256GB. Now, y'all probably say, well, Ron, why you not going with the 1 terabyte? Why you not going with a 2 terabyte? Because 256 is good enough for me for boot and to store my programs as well as Steam, Epic, and EA Sports. That's it. EA Sports is basically for my Sims. So other than that, we good to go. And I went with a different RAM. I usually buy Team Group, but since I love silicone power so much, I'm gonna try their RAM. As you know, basic, no heat spreaders. I could give a damn about that. That just for aesthetics. But yes, I got the simple, regular heat spreaders. So, you know, just simple, easy. If I want to put some heat spreaders on it, I got something to put on there, but I'm just going to keep it like it is. Nice gut black. So, you know how it is. Nice gut black. It's 32 gigabit, 3200 megabit speed. So, you know, you can't go wrong with that. So I'm pretty much good for 8 gigabyte per stick, 3200 megahertz, CL22. Now I could have got some CL20, CL16. If you get CL16, you most likely going with 3600. But it's just my mid-level gaming. I'm only playing basically puzzle games, etc. Nothing serious, nothing heavy. Y'all know I don't like none of the modern games because I can't stand them. They're not my flow, they're not my style, and they're not my giddy up. So I cannot say, hey, I'm into this when I'm into that. So yes, retro is where I'm going. Arcade classics, puzzle games. That's my forte, and I love it. It's calm, it's peaceful, and it's relaxing. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead on there and do the little small installation for y'all on camera, so I could go ahead on there, get everything going, so we could get that going right off the bat. You know how it is. Just go ahead on and keep everything nice, cool, simple. Silicone power. Y'all know we don't like using the scissors no more, so just make it simple, easy, where we could go ahead on and pop open. Jeez. Pop open. Yeah, do a little basic pop open method. Yeah, start ripping the package open. So you know how that is. Everything you want to know about silicone power, I'll be putting the information in the description below. So you can go ahead on and look up the information if you're interested in buying their round. They got some pretty good round RGB, regular static flow like this one here. Single stick, not double-sided. So you know how good that's a good thing right there. It's single, it's not double-sided. Just similar like Team Group on. That's one of my go-to, but they ran out, and if they were charging the arm and leg for it, I would not be buying it. Alrighty, first stick going in. I just need number 2 sticks. I don't need 4 slots, just 2. And that's what worked good for me, is 2. It's just like I said, it's my little simple basic retro game. Just like I said, I explained the reason of why I will not be buying anything off eBay no more, especially used gear. If we're going to get good gear, I'm getting them from AliExpress. I'm a big source fan from AliExpress. I've been ordering from AliExpress for a while now, for a good while now. I ain't talking about no couple of years, I'm talking about some decades. I got put onto AliExpress in 2011, 2012. So, and one thing about that, if you don't mind waiting, then you could do that. Just like I said, I'm getting basically screwed over on eBay. I got this from Amazon. Came in a box, brand spanking new. So, if you don't want to get screwed over on eBay, then I suggest that you order from AliExpress. Just got to know that there is a waiting period. If you don't mind waiting, then you're good to go. If you mind to wait, then get it from New Aid. If you live close by to a micro center, I know I live close by to a micro center, and trust me, traffic down here in Miami is garbage. So I would not be traveling all the way down there by MIA, by Dolphin Mall, where the old Mall of Americas used to be at. And pretty much that. So, all right, let's pop this baby in. Y'all see her. Nice, simple, easy. I'm trying Timetec because I use a lot of their rims, especially they DDR3 as well as that. And I cannot go wrong with that. So, only thing I can do now is install her in, and she's ready to go now. All I have to do is put Windows 10 on it, and that's it. Just like I said, this is the final process now. Now it's all about putting the motherboard back into the case, connecting everything back up, and installing Windows 10. And just like I said, I will be giving you the final presentation pictures of cable management, how it looks on the inside with everything installed in. You know, I'll go ahead and give it to you. Nice. Good cable management around on the CPU cooler. Good looking. Now y'all know I'm old school. Y'all probably laughing at this little buzzer thing here. I'm old school. I've been installing that there when I built my first system using the PGA 370 and 2000, and I've been building systems since then. Sorry I didn't start my channel in 2000 because we ain't had that much good hardware back in the day. So, but I am very appreciative of where we are at with tech now. It is getting expensive. This is one reason why I try to do my best in building budget price lists. Some of y'all gamers, modern gamers, says whack. Just keep in mind to modern gamers, anything I do on my channel is not meant for you. It's meant for people who's on a tight budget. That don't want to spend over 150 plus on cases, motherboards, etc. All right, I'm gonna go on, put it back in the case, and let's do this. All right, everybody, how y'all doing? This is the last conclusion of my system. As y'all see, I'm doing my video on my gaming rig. I'm just basically retuning it, putting all the softwares and stuff I use up here. And let me tell you something. This is Timetec M.2. Yes, the Timetec 256 gigabyte SSD 3D Nano is awesome. Now, the main drive I was looking for was silicone power because I purchased their DDR4 3200 megahertz 8 gigabyte sticks, which is I'm on 16 gigabyte for my mid-level gaming rig. As y'all know, I play retro games. I don't like modern games, as I strictly said. So I play retro games. I play a little modern, such as Gems of War, Game of Thrones. I love my love. I play my Siberia. Now, I was put on Siberia back in 2001 when I had my compact Presario 2024. I just bought me an ATI graphic card. Yes, when graphic cards were cheap. So I think I paid like 42 something dollars for it at Target when they opened up back in 2001, 2002, just to play my Siberia and Beyond Atlantis, which I love my Beyond Atlantis, and I do have all my Siberias up here, 1, 2, and 3, which I will be getting into that there soon. But I did the read and write speed of the Timetec 256 gigabyte. Now, just like I said, I wanted silicone power SS M.2s, but they were sold out, and I don't need a terabyte because I got 4 mechanical SATA 7200 RPM hard drives in here. I had 6 using the MSI 1155 third gen i7 3770, as I explained in the video. How when I went into Task Manager, I was not seeing my cores. I was on a 4-core 8-thread processor. I should have read 4 cores, and my logistic was been 8. I was reading 2-4. And then when I went to reset everything, I had the blue screen that does saying I have a mechanical hardware error. Now y'all keep in mind, I purchased that motherboard off eBay from somebody who was gaming off of it and did some funky issues with it. Because when I updated the BIOS, that's when I started getting those problems. So, and it's a lot of videos how a lot of people tricking people to buy the product after they destroyed it by tricking the BIOS. I brought a gigabyte like that. I brought a ASUS 1155 second and third gen motherboard like that. I'll be putting all of that in the description below. Now, what I recommend that y'all buy any used product off eBay or Facebook, or any Facebook, whatever that thing they call, or anything. No, I would still allow y'all to stay off Facebook because y'all will get hosed. Y'all will get screwed over big time. And if y'all continue doing that, then we'll be ass clown purchasing stuff. So if I need to do new builds using any type motherboards, whether it's the 1155, the 1156, the 11 whatever, or the 8 gen and 9th gen CPUs motherboards, the Z370s, the Z270s, etc. All my stuff is coming from AliExpress. Why? Because I trust the manufacturers. If y'all didn't know this, our AMD and Intel are overseas, so majority of their boards are overseas. And AliExpress is an overseas company that sells these stuff, and they test it before they sell it. So Will I be buying anything in the US again from eBay or Facebook Marketplace? No. I never use Facebook Marketplace. I would like to. No. Will I be buying anything from Amazon? Absolutely not, because a lot of those motherboards I mentioned, I went to go trying to buy another one because, I love Intel, I love AMD. So I said, let me go ahead on and keep the thing going on. I want to be on DDR3 because I've been using DDR, DDR2, now DDR3, now DDR4. So I wanted to keep that going on. And the only motherboard that I purchased from AliExpress was the ASUS LGA 775. I'm using the Q9550, and that motherboard is rocking as we speak. So back to this drive here. I wanted to buy silicone power. I didn't want to buy 1 TB. I wanted 256 to 480. That was my range. That was overpriced by third party sellers. So I say nope. Let me go ahead on the Timetec, which I trust them. I buy their memory. I got a couple of the RAMs I had brought 32, 4 sets of 8 GB sitting on my desk, 1600 megahertz speed DDR3. So I'll be selling those off when I do rebuilds for people. But this Timetec drive here is awesome. Now this will be the third time I'm testing the speeds because I want to show y'all to make sure that, Ron's just tell us any old thing. And when I go ahead on and do the speed test again, I will be putting it in a graph. The first speed test I did with the Timetec M.2 was 6:20 a.m. Friday morning. Yes, 6:20 a.m. Friday morning because my wife had to go to to see the doctor. So the read speed of that at 6:20 a.m. was 543.75, and the write was 474.12. I did it again on Saturday at 11:12 p.m. Read speed was 533.36, and write was 467.82. Every time you do the read and write speed, you're going to get different numbers from the first one you did. So now this is the third one, and the third one I am doing at 12:16 because you see the time in the corner. It is now 12:16 p.m. I'm going to write that down so I won't be lying to you guys. I'm looking at my paper because I'm writing right now. And I'm going to go ahead and do that then. I'm going to write the number down and I'll be putting that in the graph. If y'all looking to buy drives from Timetec, Watt, silicone power, they're good. And the one I had purchased using my Ryzen 7 2700X, I had purchased that off AliExpress. So I'll be putting those down. Now, if you do purchase things off AliExpress, you got to wait. If you don't like the rating, then you stick with what you like to use. Or if you are a gamer, not an advanced gamer that needs to buy Samsung and Crucial and MSI, and a lot of y'all are upgraded to the AM5 and the Z790 motherboards, more power to you. I'm not upgrading. I'm not an upgrade junkie, but I had to go ahead on the upgrade, and I already had the hardware at home already. So I had the ASUS Prime A320MK, which I updated that from using the MSI B450 Max Pro 2. So here's the read speeds and the write speeds. We can get right into it now. All right, she's off. Read speed is 4,022.82, and the other one, the write speed is 430.08, and I do not have it on there because I have an SSD in here. That's my SSD I got from AliExpress as a backup. That's the wrong one, so we're finna go to the, as y'all see, 38.15 remaining out of 1.47. That's the drive I want. I was on the wrong drive, so we're gonna do the test again. Here we go. The read speed on that SSD I had purchased from AliExpress is good. The read speed of the Timetec is 537.99, and the write speed is 466.41. Am I happy with that? Yes. As long as it's 5.4, I'm good. So I'm gonna write that down so I could go ahead on and keep that in up and keep that down and put that in the graph as well. That was done at 12:16 p.m. It is now 12:19. Am I happy with Timetec? Yes. Will I recommend y'all using Timetec? Yes. I'll be putting their link in the description below, as well as Silicon Power, and y'all decide what is best for you as a consumer. On the consumer level, I rock everything. I rock things that make sense to me on a price point. That's it. I don't sit down here and build PCs for fun or build PCs on a price point. To me, that is mediocre-ish. I don't do that. If you want to spend the money on your presentational rig, I don't believe in building presentational rig because it's a waste of time and money. I believe in punctuality. Does this operate my games perfectly? Yes. 6 cores, 12 threads. I can't go wrong with it. Ryzen 5 3600, still a beast in 2024 and 2025 and 2026 and so on, so on, so on. So yes, I will recommend y'all purchasing Timetec and Silicon Power RAM if you need RAM on a budget. If you want to go for a presentation build where you use RGB RAM sticks, that's up to you. To him or her who's building a system for the first time and want to get into content creating, that's up to you. I want to thank y'all for watching. I am happy to get my system up and running. I'll be playing games from here and out doing run on run, sports, ESPN fantasy football, 3 and out with the Dolphins, and my run on run segment is done in the room on the Phantom 6 1055T 6 core 6 thread CPU on the AM2 platform. Yes, sir. So thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.